In the last video, we created our first Vue.js component and rendered it to the page. As you can see, it currently shows a message. Now in this video, we'll fetch all products of the authenticated user from the database, pass them on to the component, and present them in an HTML table. So here, in the script setup, let's define a prop using define props macro, pass an object, then specify the prop. In this case, products. It's gonna be in type of array and will be required. Next, let's go to the template and for now, let's print out the products. Alright, let's now switch back over to the product controller. Then, inside the index method, let's fetch all products of the authenticated user by calling auth user products. Then let's sort them using the latest method so that the last product comes first, and then call the get method to get the result in a collection instance. Let's assign the collection to the products variable and then pass it to the component through the products prop we just defined. So here in the second argument, let's pass an array and then specify key value pairs. Here I got my editor complaint, but I'm sure it should be working. Let's have a look. Refresh the page. And here we see our products in JSON format displayed on the screen. Now the next thing that we need to do is to hide the attributes that we don't need, such as this one and this one. We also need to convert the price in dollars instead of cents. Also, we need to include the category name in our product. To do that, we'll be using Eloquent API Resource. So let's switch back over to our terminal, then create an API resource called product resource. Okay, let's now open up the product resource file we just created. Then, inside the toArray method, let's define which columns that should be exposed. In this case, ID, name, price, since we store it as cents, let's convert it to dollar. Actually, let's assign it to a variable, price. Then, let's define a custom column called price formatted, which store the price, however, with $sign. Let's also add brand, weight, and then category. I think it would be better to create another API resource for category model. So let's head over to our terminal, then create category resource. Let's open up the file. Then here, let's make the ID and name columns to be exposed. With that, let's switch back to the product resource and then wrap this category instance with category resource and then make method. So for single instance, we use make method, but for collection instance, we call the collection method. Alright, let's switch back to the product controller. Then, let's wrap this products variable with product resource and then call collection. Don't forget to import the product resource namespace here. Let's have a look. Okay. Now we'll no longer see unused columns, and we'll also see the price now in dollars, price per method, and then category, which contains ID and name. However, if you take a closer look, our products are wrapped with data property. Let's get rid of the wrapper by opening the app service provider. Go to boot method. Into the method, let's call JSON resource. Don't forget to import the namespace here. And then call without wrapping. Refresh the page. Okay, now our data no longer wrapped with data property as we had before. Let's now go back to index component, then get rid of this code. Also this code, and then paste this markup. I already provided it for you in the cross research, so just copy that and paste it in your index component. Okay, here our table looks like. And now let's make a little bit adjustment. We'll display product name and then weight, category, price. Maybe let's move this after price. Then in the tbody element, let's leave one tr. Then let's add V for directive, product, in products, let's bind to the key attribute product ID, change the product name to product.name. For category, we call product category.name, and then for price, we call product price formatted, and then for weight, let's call product weight. Okay, let's keep this a save and have a look. Okay, now we see our products displayed on the screen in a nice looking table. Okay, let's move on to the next video and create another component to enter new products.